Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something pretty intriguing for anyone planning their financial future.
hmm
How you might be able to invest in gold, but without actually using, new savings or investment capital.
Right. And we're drawing on some interesting points from an article by Doug Young. He's an expert in financial investing. And his piece asks, can you invest in gold with no money down?
Yeah, that title definitely catches the eye.
It does. And what's really useful about Young's article is how it addresses a big hurdle for lots of people just finding the spare cash to invest.
Exactly.
He looks at ways you could potentially use the money you already have tucked away in retirement accounts.
So our mission today for you listening is really to unpack that. How can you leverage those existing retirement funds to maybe add gold to your portfolio?
That's the plan.
Okay, so let's get straight to the main idea then. The basic strategy here, like Doug Young lays out, it centers on using assets you already have in retirement accounts.
Precisely. So if you've got funds sitting in, say, an old 401k or a traditional IRA,
Yeah.
the concept is you might be able to move some or even all of that money into gold investments instead.
Okay. And the big appeal there for you, the listener, is what exactly?
Well, it's the chance to get the kind of diversification gold might offer, plus its history as, a store of value,
Right.
but without needing to find new money or impacting your current budget. You're basically just shifting assets already earmarked for the long haul.
And Young mentions you could do a partial rollover or a full one.
That's usually the case, yes.
Yeah.
You often have flexibility there.
So this leads us to the term Gold IRA. I've heard this mentioned. What is that really? How's it different from my regular IRA?
Good question. Think of a Gold IRA as a specific type of individual retirement account. The main difference is what's inside it.
Okay.
Instead of holding mostly paper assets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, that sort of thing,
Uh-huh.
a Gold IRA is specifically designed to hold actual physical gold and often other precious metals too, like silver, platinum, palladium.
So it's still an IRA with the tax advantages potentially, but holding physical metal.
Exactly that. The underlying assets are tangible precious metals, not just numbers on a screen.
So the big draw, as the article seems to suggest, is you get to invest in physical gold, which some people see as a hedge against inflation or market wobbles.
That's a common motivation.
And you can use those retirement funds you already have, keeping the tax benefits.
That's the core idea. It lets you diversify away from just stocks and bonds, maybe adding a layer of protection during shaky economic times.
And doing it without needing fresh capital is, well, pretty appealing for a lot of folks, I imagine.
It definitely lowers a barrier to entry for gold investing.
All right, let's get down to the practical side then, the brass tacks.
Yeah.
How does someone actually do this? What are the steps to roll over funds into one of these gold IRAs?
Okay, so Doug Young breaks it down into roughly 5 key steps. Step 1, and this is crucial, is contacting your current retirement fund provider.
The one holding the money now.
Yes. You need to ask them, first, are rollovers into a gold IRA even allowed from your specific account? It's not always possible.
Yeah, okay. Eligibility check first.
Right. And if it is, you tell them what you want to do and get the ball rolling on their end, paperwork, procedures, all that.
Got it. Then step 2 sounds critical. Choosing the gold IRA company itself. What should you look for there?
Young really emphasizes picking a reputable company. This means, doing your homework.
Like checking reviews and things.
Definitely. Look
Yeah.
at their track record. How long have they been doing this? What are customers saying in reviews? And very importantly, understand their fees. Are they transparent?
Makes sense. These companies sort of guide you through it.
They're your main point of contact for setting up and managing the Gold IRA, yes. So choosing the right partner is key.
Okay, provider checked, company chosen. What's next? Step 3.
Step 3 is formally opening the Gold IRA account with that company you picked. It's pretty standard stuff, application forms, providing ID, like opening any bank account, really. Then comes step 4, which is the actual money transfer. This usually happens as a direct rollover,
Thinking.
meaning the money goes straight from your old custodian or trustee to the new Gold IRA custodian. You don't touch the money yourself.
And that's important for tax reasons.
Extremely important. Taking possession of the funds yourself, even briefly, can trigger taxes and penalties. Direct trustee-to-trustee transfer avoids that.
Okay, direct rollover. Got it. And the final step, step 5, that's the fun part. Buying the gold.
That's when you actually select the metals, yes. Once the funds land in your new Gold IRA, you work with the Gold IRA company to choose the specific IRS-approved gold products you want.
IRS approved. So there are rules about what kind of gold you can hold.
Oh, absolutely. And that brings us to the IRS regulations, which are vital to understand if you want to keep those tax advantages.
Right. What are some of the main rules we need to know?
Well, a big one is the purity requirement for the metals. For gold, the IRS insists on a minimum purity of 99.5%.
99.5%.
Right.
Oh.
Young mentions common examples that qualify, like American Gold Eagles, even though they are 22 karat. They contain the required amount of pure gold and Canadian gold maple leafs, which are 99.99% pure. Also, gold bars from approved refiners.
So you can't just like throw your grandma's old jewelry in there.
Definitely not. It has to meet the standard. And it's similar for other metals. Young note silver needs to be 99.9% pure, platinum 99.95%, and palladium also 99.95%.
Okay, purity standards. What else?
Another huge rule where the metal is stored. You absolutely cannot store your IRA's precious metals at home or in your personal safe deposit box.
Really? Where do they go then?
They must be held in an IRS-approved depository. This is a secure third-party storage facility. Your Gold IRA custodian arranges this.
So the custodian and the depository are key parts of this whole setup to stay compliant.
Essential. Working with a good Gold IRA company ensures these rules are followed correctly.
Got it. Purity, storage. What about the taxes themselves? How does a Gold IRA work tax-wise? Is it like a regular IRA?
Largely, yes. The growth within the Gold IRA is typically tax-deferred. So, if the value of your gold goes up, you don't pay taxes on those gains year after year.
Only when you take the money out in retirement.
Correct. Taxes are generally paid upon withdrawal during retirement, but like traditional IRAs, there's a catch for taking money out early.
The early withdrawal penalty.
Exactly. Withdrawals before age 59.5 usually face a 10% penalty on top of regular income tax. So
Okay.
it's definitely meant for long-term retirement savings.
Okay, and those required minimum distributions, RMDs, they apply too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Starting at age 73, you'll need to start taking RMDs. Your custodian should help you figure out those amounts each year.
Right. Now, Doug Young, in his article, he actually names some names, doesn't he? He mentions his 3 best Gold IRA companies. We should stress this is his take from the article.
Yes, absolutely. It's based on his research as presented in the piece. He lists Augusta Precious Metals as one, and he highlights the record. Apparently 0 complaints filed with the Better Business Bureau or the Business Consumer Alliance, which is quite something.
Wow, okay. Who else?
His second mention is Goldco, and he points to their high customer satisfaction rates.
Uh-huh.
And third, he names American Hartford Gold, calling them the best newcomer in the space.
Interesting. And he even points to a comparison article for those wanting more detail.
Yeah, he mentions an article comparing Augusta, Goldco, and American Hartford Gold directly. So that resource is out there for listeners who want to dig deeper into those specific companies.
Good to know. And just briefly, did the article touch on what analysts think about gold's future, say, for 2025?
He did mention it, yeah.
Yeah.
Young notes that, according to his sources, top analysts are generally bullish, meaning optimistic about gold's prospects for 2025.
No specifics on why, just a general positive vibe.
Pretty much. Just indicates a positive sentiment from analysts looking ahead to next year.
Okay. And just so we have the context, who is this Doug Young again? What's his background?
Well, the article describes him as having over 20 years in the financial world, investing, commodity trading, precious metals specifically.
So quite experienced.
Seems so. He's presented as a trusted voice, and importantly, says he has over a decade's experience actually evaluating Gold IRA companies. So he's been looking at this specific market for a while.
Right. So he spent time comparing these providers.
That's the picture painted in the article, yes.
Okay, so wrapping this up. Based on what we've discussed from Doug Young's perspective, it really does seem possible then. Investing in gold without digging into your current spending money by using a rollover into a Gold IRA.
That's the main takeaway. The mechanism exists. But, and it's a big but that Young stresses too, you have to be careful.
Careful how?
Understanding those IRS rules is non-negotiable. Purity, storage, the rollover process.
Right.
And choosing a trustworthy, knowledgeable Gold IRA company to guide you is just essential to make sure it's all done correctly and compliantly.
Absolutely. So the final thought for you, our listener, might be this. Considering gold's potential for stability or growth in a retirement plan, and this idea of using funds you already have set aside, what's maybe the very first small step you could take, just to see if a Gold IRA might even fit with your own financial picture?
Something to think about.
Definitely food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.